welcome to the Swingin' Over Standards feature for the month of October. This month we'll be covering the tune I Can't Give You Anything But Love in the key of E flat. In this first lesson, we'll cover the Etude you just heard, and in the second lesson, we'll play through the Freddie Green rhythm guitar arrangement. If you haven't already, please download the PDF of the tab and standard notation attached below and follow along as I break down the Etude phrase by phrase. To start off, we'll be working out of our E flat chord C shape here between the 3rd and 6th frets. Here's the first phrase taking us through line 1. To start off, I'm simply playing the melody with some rhythmic embellishment. I have E flat D, C, E flat D, C, E flat D, sliding up to the F. Here's my first 2-5 change. I have the F minor 7 going to the B flat 7. So I played an A flat C and F here, and I dropped it down to an A flat C and E flat, and then to A flat C and D. This move is based out of the B flat 7-9 chord between the 3rd and 6th frets here. And what I'm doing is just bringing my pinky over to the F to highlight more of the F minor sound, the F minor 7 sound, and then the B flat 7 sound with the 3rd on top for the melody. This is a good chord grip to learn and be able to move in with your fingers like so, to have some extra vocabulary within the shape. From there, I'm playing the melody again with the rhythmic ornamentation, all the way up to an F minor 7, 11 chord to highlight the melody. So I have F, C, E flat, and A flat. That's the 11. And once I play that, I drop down to a B flat 7 chord with the 13 on the 2nd string. It's out of this B flat 7 grip. And I'm going to drop that chromatically down to the 5th, the F. Like so. Once I have that, I'm setting up a B flat minor 7, E flat 7 to A flat. This is a 2 minor 5 to the 4 chord. And this phrase will sound like this. So I'm playing the melody with 6-9 chords here. So I'm harmonizing the E flat melody note with C, F, B flat, E flat. That would be the 6, 9, and 5. I take that up, the F, and then I take a diminished chord grip, or if you want to see it as a flat 9, that's what I prefer. And I move this up from the F melody note to the G, and what I get here is an E7 flat 9 chord. The flat 9 being the E, or the F flat, if you want to say it like that, on the 5th string to highlight the dominant chord change that's taking place going to the A flat. All the while, I'm keeping my melody going on top. From there, I'm going to highlight the A flat major 7 chord we land on with an arpeggio based off the 3rd. So I'm going to approach it and do a triplet rhythm. So I have all the way up to the 2nd or the 9. And chromatically coming down like so. Back up to the B flat, highlight the major 7, the G, and then land on the 6 or the 13th and play the A flat major 7 chord below it. So I have A flat, G, C, and then F here. My next part of the melody will go from an F7 to an F minor B flat 7, the 2 minor 5 back to the E flat. It sounds like this. We have So I'm doing the 6-9 harmony again, F up to G, and then I'm using my diminished or flat 9 chord to get the F7 flat 9. Now I'm visualizing my F minor chord here, the higher part being here, and then the B flat 7 chord being here. I'm going to approach it with the E. So E to F, up the arpeggio, to the flat 7, the E flat. And now I'm going to do this little chromatic approach run going chromatic to the D, chromatic to the D flat, chromatic to the C, chromatic to the B, and then drop down the B7, B flat 7, flat 9 arpeggio. So I have B, A flat, F, D, B, and then resolve. You can see that one of two ways. It's either the B7 flat 9, right? So we have the C flat, which is really just a B, or you can think of it as a tritone substitution, an E7 flat 9. If you look at those arpeggios, you can see that they're the same. So I've got that phrase coming down to resolve. Back to the E flat. My next phrase sounds like this. I'm going to play the melody again with some rhythmic ornamentation. So I have a 2 minor 5 phrase in there. After I play the melody, I'm playing D down to C chromatically, and I'm visualizing the F minor chord here, F, A, C. And I have the added 9 on top, so G, F, and then C, A flat. There's the G again, F. So when you're playing your 2 minor 5s, it's a nice late swing, early bebopism to include the 9 in the arpeggio. So that's what we're doing here. It's like the Cry Me a River sound. Then we connect this all the way down to the D. Here's our B flat 7. That's the third of B flat. And then I'm going to drop it down a half step, come back up, and then play the arpeggio D, F, A flat, B, C flat, and then approach the B flat note here to resolve into our E flat chord that's coming up. So I have this. My next phrase is highlighting a B flat minor to E flat 7. Again, another 2-5 to the A flat. So I'll play. So this phrase is highlighting the E flat chord here. I'm playing up the triad with approach notes. So I approach first to the B flat, to the E flat, to the G, and then I go back one, E flat, G, B flat, and then I'm going to play C, D flat. So I'm really visualizing this E flat 7 chord here with the added 9 and 13. And I drop it down to the A. This is a cool bebop move that you often hear. So you're kind of going like, and then back up to the C, to the B flat, and then B flat down to the A flat. So I have this. And now I'm going to play a pick, hammer on, pull off, slide down to the major 7, and then back to the 5th, like so. My next phrase over the A flat sounds like this. So I'm playing the melody again. I've got the pickups over the A flat, right? So I'm playing the B to the C, D, E, flat, D, and then we have a diminished chord here. This is the 4 sharp 4 move that's all throughout swing music. So we're taking the A flat major and making it an A sharp diminished, okay? Or an A diminished. We're just sharpening that A flat. So we've got, and I'm highlighting the F here in the melody. So it kind of looks like a D7 or a Jimi Hendrix D7 chord, if you want to think of it like that. So you've got this. And then back down. Resolving to the E flat major. So I'm going to highlight this with an flat 6/9 chord. So I've got G, C, F, and B flat. A low bass note. Now we're headed to the 6 in the key of E flat, which is the C7. So what I'm going to do here is play my 6/9 chord from the B flat to the C in the melody, down to a C7 flat 9 chord. So I'm visualizing my C9 here, or my C stock chord, and then flattening it to get some tension. And that's highlighting the 6. The last part's the 2/5, and then the ending, and we have this move. So I'm taking that F minor 7 chord that I played earlier, just using the 4th, 3rd, and 2nd strings, chromatically approaching, and then adding my 11, then taking my 11th off and flattening it down to the 3rd, barring, and then working up to a B flat 7 with a 13 and 9, taking my 9 off, and then taking my 13 off, resolving to the E flat 6/9, and then chromatically working up to the F in the top note. And then add in your ring finger, and you have now the B flat on top, which is the 5th, and we have this nice extended E flat chord, the B flat, F, C, G, and D in it. So we not only have the 6/9, but we also have the D, the major 7. So altogether, that ending from the A flat will sound like this. Stay tuned for the next lesson covering the Freddie Green rhythm guitar arrangement. Thank you.